All right, folks, welcome to the video. Anthony Speciale here with Hawkeye Traders. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Want to take a look here at the S&P 500. All right, we're getting a fairly aggressive sell-off, and I want to talk about how you could have identified a failed attempt to push higher, because I think it's super important. All right, I've been doing this now for quite a few years, and having the thought process of saying, hey, I recognize that something may not necessarily be doing what it should be in relationship between volume and price action can more often than not lead you to crucial turning points inside the market, right? This is applicable in intraday, swing trading, position trading, doesn't make a difference, okay? The only reason I'm talking about this specifically is because I identified it live this morning, and when I do those things, I feel like there adds a layer of credibility rather than me just searching through some random chart and going, oh yeah, this looks pretty good in hindsight. So let's talk about this real quick. As you can see, we had tried to make some highs here. We were banging around this 5660 area here on the S&P all throughout the overnight. Really unsuccessful in getting through there. Now we make a push higher at 9:05 a.m. and I'm going to just kind of draw this out so you can see it. All right, I'll change the color so that it makes sense. So we have a high here 9:05 a.m. Market pushes down. We get the opening bell. We find some support at this level. We push back up. Okay. I want you to notice something as price is in this area of this prior high. What's the volume doing? The buyers are doing what? Losing interest. That to me would be what I would consider either a failed breakout if you're trying to buy above the prior high, or if you're just like myself that you sit back and wait, watch, analyze, interpret, and then put together an expectation. This to me is, hey, there's no buyers interested above this level, at least not enough for there to be any continuation. What happens? All right, market rolls over. Guys, this is fairly predictable, right? This is, again, not in hindsight. I identified this live this morning, walked through this in front of traders who were trading live money accounts. And again, I only reference that because I think it's super credible that this can be identified while the market's actually ticking. So failed attempt to take the prior high here after the opening bell. We have a decrease, a notable decrease in interest in buying volume up in this area. And then the market falls into a super aggressive sell-off, okay? I mean, as we sit right now, and it's not even noontime yet, we're down some 244 ticks on the S&P 500, which is extraordinarily substantial. But, guys, what it comes down to is, do you have a full understanding of the interaction between buyers, sellers, and price action, right? Because you probably don't. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully. It took me a while to learn it, right? And until I found Hawkeye, I really didn't have this in-depth understanding. I'm a paying Hawkeye customer. I want you guys to know that. I'm not a hired salesman, okay? I'm a real trader, okay? I want you guys to know that too, right? There's a lot of people out there selling stuff on the internet, and they just sell. They're great internet marketers, and that's fine. But I want you to know that this is kind of the heart and soul of what I do for a living. It's how that's how this house that surrounds me exists. So what I'd like to do, if you would be willing to spend just a little more time with me, I'm going to put a link below this video. I want to go a little deeper into this relationship between volume and price action, because I really believe that it's super meaningful. And until you understand it, until you embrace it, until you see it in action, until you really put the time into it becoming part of your daily ritual, and this is applicable, again, guys, day trading, swing trading, position trading, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. I really think that this will revolutionize your trade. Now, as you can see on my chart, there's a bunch of hand-drawn levels, okay? And that's just my own personal analysis, right? And then there's volume and price action. But if I hide my drawings, what am I left with? Volume, price action. Okay? Now, my drawings are just my own personal analysis. You can analyze the market however your heart desires. There's no right or wrong as long as you're getting an outcome over time that nets profitability. And that includes all the components of your trade plan, risk management, things of that nature. But I think if you're missing the component that's most important, because a lot of people will go, oh, we just broke out, I'm going to buy the market. And you'd be making a massive mistake, right? It's better to sit, wait, pull back a second. Are the buyers really interested in price going higher? No, they're not. So if they're not willing to participate above this high, what's going to happen? Market's going to roll over. And that's exactly what happened. So again, I invite you to go below this video. I'm going to leave a link there. Click on that. Join me in the webinar. I'm going to dive deeper into this concept of the relationship between volume and price action. I want to get these indicators populating up on your charts. I'd like to get you access to the Hawkeye Volume Mastery Series, where you're going to start to learn and understand these concepts at your own pace. But really, until you start to witness, right, the volume itself print on your chart, and you start to analyze that in the relationship with price action, you're really probably missing the bigger picture, guys, right? And my goal was to help you see it. Why? Because I needed to see it for myself, right? There was no way for me to be the trader I am today if I didn't get the understanding of volume and price action that I needed, right? Everybody wanted to sell me something that danced across my screen and told me where to buy and sell. Well, none of that works, right? You may get lucky, but none of that's sustainable. If you took every buy or sell signal of some random software, you're going to end up net loss, okay? So you as the trader need to be your own advocate, right? You need to be the one to understand what's happening in the market. And the only way to do that is to understand the relationship between buyers and sellers, okay? And that is exactly what Hawkeye is going to print on your screen. So I look forward to seeing you in the webinar, guys. I appreciate your time today. God bless, and I will see you in the next video.